Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a date night look for you guys. My husband and I are going to actually have date night tonight, so I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to come on here and do a date night look for you guys. This look can be used for date night or even for Valentine's Day, which is coming up soon. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am gonna be using some new products in this video today. So yeah, you'll see a couple of new products in here, and I will give you my thoughts throughout the video. I'm pretty sure that the products that I'm gonna use today I'm gonna like, only because they're similar to some of the products that I've already used in the past from those lines. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I did moisturize my skin, so we're gonna go in with the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. You guys know that I've been using this primer for a long time on my channel. I really do love it. I actually love it better than the balm that they have. This one just goes on so much smoother. It makes my pores look really smooth. So I'm going to just apply this all over. Sometimes when I use this, I do use the, the Revolution Pore Perfecting Primer. I'm not gonna do that today because I do feel like this does a really nice job for my pores. So for eye primer, I'm gonna go in with the Master Eye Prep and Set by Mario. So I'm gonna go ahead and place both shades on my lid. Just placing that all over. I've really been enjoying the art of vlogging. I think it's so different than coming on here. I was talking to my daughter earlier, and you'll probably hear this on the vlog too, is that it feels a little more structured when I'm on here. Like, I want to make sure that you guys know about a product, that you guys know how I like a product, so it's a little bit more structured here than it is on the vlog. So for eyeshadow today, I'm gonna go in with the Lorac Pro Palette in Soliel, and I'm also gonna use the one in Noir. So these two palettes I purchased a while back. I have not been able to use these palettes, guys, so these are new to me. I love all of Lorac's shadows. I have quite a bit of them in my collection. I just feel like they're really creamy and buttery. They go on really well. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and use both of these today. I am gonna set this eye primer. I forgot to do that, but I'm gonna set it with the powder that comes in the palette. So I am gonna take this Morphe M504 brush. I am gonna go into the shade Sand Dune in the Soliel palette, and I'm going to put that in my crease. See how pigmented these are? I mean, these shadows from Lorac, they usually take no effort at all. They're pigmented, they're easy to blend. Now I'm gonna take a Morphe E13. I'm gonna go into the shade Soft Taupe in the Noir palette, and I'm just gonna go right into my crease with that. Now I'm gonna take a MAC 217 brush. I'm going into the shade Burgundy in the Noir palette, and I'm just going to put that on the outer corner, halfway into the crease. Now I'm gonna take my MAC 242 brush, and I'm going into the Desert Rose shade in the Soliel palette. I'm just gonna place this all over my lid. This is a very shimmery, creamy type shadow. I am packing it onto my lid and blending it into that burgundy shade. I like the pigmentation, but I do wanna see if I can get it a little bit more pigmented. So I'm gonna stick my finger in there, and I'll show you right there. I'm gonna stick my finger in there and see if I can just spread it onto the eye to make it a little bit more pigmented, which, yes, it is coming off very creamy and pigmented on the eye with my finger. But yeah, they feel like butter. They're that creamy. I'm gonna go into the shade Whisper in the Noir palette, and it's also a creamy shade, and I'm going to actually place that on the center, just kind of highlight that center of my eye. We'll come back to those two palettes. I really do like these palettes, guys. I feel like with every shade that I used, I had really good pigmentation. They blended really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with foundation. I am using the Born This Way 24-Hour Matte Foundation. This is like one of my favorite high-end foundations. This is the shade Sand. I'm gonna pump some on the back of my hand, and then what I'm gonna do is use a brush with it. I finally got the lighting to work for me. I was having a big issue with getting the lighting right. Now it's not 100% perfect, but it looks a lot better than it did. I feel like before it kind of washed me out. So yeah, so I had been working on that. It was such a headache because it took forever. I remember taking like a whole day doing it. It just wears you out, you know, because you want everything to look good and true to color. Sometimes I just feel like I can't get that with some of the lighting that I have. So I have to go online and check out other YouTube videos from other creators, and even YouTube videos from people who know about lighting and about cameras. I only know so much, so I always have to educate myself when it comes to technology. So I am going in with a concealer that I've never used, but I've heard so many good things about it. It's a Maybelline SuperStay Full Coverage Concealer. So I purchased this at Target, and I really wanted to try it because I've heard so many good things about it. The shade that I got is number 20 Sand. I hope it's not too light for me. I don't think it will be, but we will see when I put it on. So this is the packaging. It comes in a tube, and when you open it up, it has like a flat tip applicator. It's flat on both sides. So I'm going to place that on my under eye. And I'm also gonna put a little bit right here and above my lip. My cut under my nose finally healed, so that's a good thing. So I'm gonna use this sponge by Dose of Colors. It is wet and damp because I used it earlier today, and it does have a little bit of makeup on from earlier today. I did a really quick makeup look this morning to go run errands, and then I figured that I wouldn't put too much makeup on because I did want to come on here later and get ready for date night, so thought it'd go full glam. That looks really nice. It looks really smoothing. It brightened up my under eyes and everywhere else I put it. I do feel like I want a little bit more on the inner corner. Normally I put my concealer all the way up here, but lately I've been putting it right here, and then whatever's left over I put on here closer to my lash line. And I do like that technique, but sometimes I need a little bit more for the darkness on my inner corners because I do have some dark circles or darkness there, but I still do like that other technique because I feel like it doesn't like just bunch up right there on my lower lash line. But I do like this concealer. Wow. Have you guys used this concealer before? If you have, let me know in the comments down below because I really like it. I don't know why it took me so long to try it. Now I do love their foundation, the Maybelline Color Stay foundation. I love that one. It is so good. So yeah, so I don't know why I hadn't tried the concealer. So I'm gonna set the concealer with my One Size powder. So I'm just gonna set that. Oh, it sets really nicely. And you know what I forgot to do? What do I always do, guys? I put the Tarte Shape Tape on, and I forgot to do that. Right as I was setting the concealer, I realized I hadn't put my Tarte Shape Tape on. And normally I don't set until I put this on, but that's okay. We'll just put a little bit here. I'm not gonna put too much, and then a little bit on my nose. I hadn't set my nose or my cheeks yet, so it won't hurt it. Okay, I'm gonna get my sponge and just press. I'm gonna take more of that One Size powder and then just press it onto that Tarte Shape Tape. I'm gonna set my face, and I have been loving this Fenty Beauty powder. This is actually a foundation powder, and I have mine in the shade 300. And what I like to use with this type of powder is not a fluffy brush. Initially I used a fluffy brush, but it feels like it doesn't distribute the product like I want it. So what I do is I go in with like a flat top kabuki brush, and this one's by Sonia Kashuk. And basically what I do is I press the brush into the foundation powder, and then I press it onto my skin. So like it's layering on top of that foundation. I feel like it just looks a lot smoother. It looks like it gives me a little bit more coverage. I'm going to finish off my eyes. I'm going in with this Morphe E18 brush. It's just a pencil type brush. And I'm going into that shade that I went into called Sand Dune out of the Soliel palette. And I'm just gonna run that right along the lash line. And I'm gonna run it to where I can kind of smoke it out a little bit. I want more of a smoked out look. I'm gonna go back into the Noir palette. I'm using a little bit of that burgundy shade, and I'm gonna go as close to the lash line as possible. I am gonna use this Killer Liner by Too Faced. Oh, I have it backwards. This is what the packaging looks like. This one's in the shade Killer Caramel. So that's it right there. I'm going to put that on my waterline. The shade of this is really pretty. It went on really super creamy, so like that. Hopefully it will last throughout the evening, but if it doesn't, I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna go in with the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. This one is in the shade 4.5, and I'm gonna do my brows really quickly. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put my lashes on and some mascara, and I'll be right back and we'll finish off the rest of the face. All right guys, so I put on the NYX Professional Makeup Tinted Brow Mascara. I put that on my eyebrows. This is the shade Black. Then I put on my lower lashes my e.l.f. Smudgeproof Mascara. And my eyelashes are from Kiss. They are called the Drama Lashes. So now I'm gonna go in with bronzer. I'm using my Jouer bronzer. This is in the medium to deep duo. So that is what I'm gonna use today. I am gonna go in with the darker shade and kind of do like a slight contour. And then bring it up. I'm gonna go on my chin. I'm gonna put a little bit on my forehead. So now I'm gonna go on top of this light contour with the lighter shade in the palette. So I'm just going to dip my brush in there and then just kind of blend it. I blend it all over, not just on my cheeks, but also on my chin and my forehead. I'll bring it down a little bit. So for blush, I'm gonna go into this Flush blush called Glaze. That is the shade right there. A really beautiful like peach shade. I'm gonna use that same brush. I'm just going to press that onto my cheekbones. As you can see, they are super pigmented. I'm gonna take the brush that I use for the Fenty powder and I'm just gonna press it on top of that blush just to kind of like, I don't know, you know, just kind of make it look a little softer. I don't have any extra product on the brush, so I'm just taking whatever's left over. So now I'm gonna go into the Dior Face and Body Glow. This is in the shade 001. I purchased this a long time ago. I have not used it yet, so I'm going to use it today, and I'm gonna use it right here on my collarbone. So yeah, so let me go ahead and shake it up. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a couple of drops on the back of my hand. It's very watery, so I hope this works out. So I'm just going to stick it on top of my cheekbones. And then I'm going to take the sponge and kind of press it in. And the sponge is really not blending it in too well. So I think I'm going to have to take a brush and do it. I'm just going to take this brush by ColourPop, put a little bit on my brush, and then just kind of blend it on top of my cheekbones. Now with the brush, it's a little bit easier to apply than with the sponge. I just felt like the sponge wasn't blending it in or moving it around. So to me, it's easier to use a brush, but look how beautiful that looks. It dries pretty quickly, so I guess you have to work with it really fast. And I'm gonna take whatever's left on the back of my hand and then just kind of put it on my nose. I will say that it smells really nice. It has a fragrance to it, but it's really soft. That is so gorgeous. I just love the way that looks. I'm gonna get the brush, put a little bit on my collarbone. Just give myself some glow. And that looks really pretty. It's nice and glowy. I will say with this, it dries really, really quickly. Look, it's very, very dry on the back of my hand, but it does give a really beautiful glow. So you have to work really quickly with it. I will say that putting it on first, grabbing a brush and then blending it in is a lot better than just going in straight into the product and then on your face. Because I felt like this side was a little more difficult to work with when I did that, as opposed to this side where I just dabbed it on and then blended it. So be mindful of that if you're gonna use this product, but it is a gorgeous product, especially as a highlighter for the skin. It has a really beautiful glow to it. Okay, for lips, I'm gonna go in with the Kkw Beauty Lip Liner in number 2. And I'm also gonna go in with the Kkw Beauty Lip Crayon, and this is in the shade Classic Kim. And then I'm gonna go into the Sephora lip gloss. This one right here is called Strut. It has like this beautiful like gold shimmer to it. What I like to do is I like to clean it off with a paper tissue before putting it back into the gloss so that it doesn't mix with the lipstick. Isn't that a beautiful shade? It's so, so pretty. Okay guys, this is the finished look. Let me go over those 4 products that I used really quickly. The Lorac, Soliel, and Noir palettes. These are really good palettes, very easy to use. I was not surprised because I've used Lorac products in the past and I've experienced some good luck with the Lorac eyeshadows. So I knew I wasn't gonna be disappointed. These are some beautiful, gorgeous, creamy, blendable palettes that have great pigmentation. So if you guys are new to makeup, I would definitely try these out because they have good pigmentation. You don't have to go in too heavy-handed and blend all day with these. These are easy to put on. Now the mattes are a little bit powdery. All it takes is for you to tap off the excess and then add the colors onto the lid. And then with the shimmer shades, I did find that I like the shimmer shades applied with my finger as opposed to my brush, but it's whatever you guys want. With your brush, you're gonna get good pigmentation. I just wanted a little bit more pop to my eyeshadow, so that's why I went in with my finger. But other than that, everything worked really well, and I loved the eye look that I came up with today. So the next product is this Sephora Glossed Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Strut. This is so beautiful on the lips, guys. It just adds like that bit of gold shimmer to the lips, but it's not like a glittery shimmer. It's just a really soft shimmer on the lips, and it doesn't feel sticky or tacky. It just feels really nice and nourishing on the lips. So I really do like this. And the other thing I tried was the Maybelline SuperStay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer. This concealer still looks good on my under eyes. It hasn't broken up. I will be testing this out on another day to make sure that it stays on my under eyes, that it doesn't fade, that it doesn't crease. I want to see how long it lasts, but I have a feeling that I'm really gonna like this concealer. The next thing is a Too Faced Killer Eyeliner. So far the eyeliner has stayed within the waterline. The color is so pretty on this, guys. It's like a very beautiful caramel shade, kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like a burnt caramel. And like I said, it has not really moved. It's still there. It looks really good. So yeah, I like the liner. All right, guys, I know I said I only had 4, but I really have 5. So this is the 5th one. This is the Dior Face and Body Glow. This is insanely beautiful on the cheekbones. As you can see, look at that glow. Just look how beautiful that glow is. It's very soft, very glowy, no glitter, no shimmer, just kind of melts into the skin. So I'm really digging this, and I especially like it for my body. I love the way it went onto my collarbone. So I feel like this is really beautiful on the skin. Now, like I said earlier, what I would do is tap it on the skin and then go in with your brush and blend it. Because I feel like when you go in with your brush and go directly into the product, it kind of just smears it all over the place. But if you go in like I did with my finger and tap it on and then use the brush, I feel like it blends a little bit more. But this does dry very quickly, so I say work fast if you're gonna use it. I would love to try a few drops of this in my foundation, which I probably will try that real soon. But yeah, this is such a good product. So, so beautiful. All right, guys, so that's it for this date night look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. I would love to have you here on my channel. I have just started a weekend vlog series on my channel, so I'm hoping you guys will get a chance to watch that and give me your feedback. Let me know what you think of it. So yeah, so start looking out for the vlogs. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys are staying safe and doing well, and we will see you guys on the next video.